Global giant Philips is trying a new road in India as the intense competition heats up the consumer electronics space. Vinita Atre reports the electronics major is now shifting gears and venturing into developing cost-effective products here in the country. Take a look.
As it completes over 80 years in India, Dutch electronics giant Philips is now setting the agenda for its next leg of growth in the subcontinent. The company, which has already phased out its exposure to consumer electronics like television, is now sharpening its focus on three key areas: lighting, medical devices and consumer lifestyle. Its latest products in India include cutting-edge healthcare innovations like pocket-sized ECG and ultrasound machines. These made-in-India products will be exported to other growth markets at a later stage.
All of these growth geographies face common challenges of awareness, access and affordability, whether it's in lighting or in healthcare and so on. Right? So we are launching these products predominantly for India to start with, but these will roll into growth geographies across the world.
To keep these locally relevant innovations affordable for emerging markets, Philips has turned to acquisitions, having made at least 3 strategic acquisitions in as many years.
If we're going to be successful in India, which we want to be, we are today, and we want to be even more successful in the future, absolutely we have to address issues of affordability. And that's why, again, we've made the investments we have in innovation, in supply chain, in acquisitions, in manufacturing. We've localized, we've brought the talent locally, we've got a full end-to-end chain here, because I don't think you can do that.
Further, in its innovation center in Bangalore, Philips is concentrating on developing products which are energy savers as well. All of this to add to the affordability factor. In Bangalore, Vinita Atre.
Alright, so Philips choking out its...
Hello and welcome to Gadget Guru, where today we're going to talk about what seems to be the growing Internet of Things. Look at the number of appliances and white goods now that are coming out, and they all seem to be smart in some way or the other. Or fridges. You add the letter I or you say it's smart, and apparently you sell a bunch of it. Rajiv?
I don't know about the I part of it, because that then would make it that almost every single thing becomes an almost Apple smart product. But yes, I think that's really the way to go. All devices must talk to each other. That really is the dream, the Internet of Things and the machine to machine of everything. But far more important than that, today starts off something very different. This is the start of the new Gadget Guru. Every week now you will see a revamp, you will see new things happening on the show. I'm not really going to tell you what all, but keep watching the show, because every single week we're going to surprise you, we're going to shock you, we are going to blow your socks off.
Alright, so here's the entire rundown on today's show. At least a couple of big launches this week really underlined how all device manufacturers, and now I'm talking about devices in the giant category, fridges and washing machines and air purifiers, the so-called white goods, all of them seem to like to call themselves smart in some way or the other. That's a major selling point. And we've had at least a couple of them now, Rajiv, from air purifiers to fridges to air conditioners, all of which are connected in some way or the other.
It's actually an even more interesting story than the one you're describing, because it's not just about the connected home. It's about everything in the connected home talking back to you. So Philips, that has already almost got out of the television market. They were big players in that. Come back with a tablet, but with a difference. We'll show you that. Then imagine all your lighting in your house, Ethernet connected and controllable from smartphone, from tablets. I mean, you come back home, it knows if the lights come on, it knows you've gone off to sleep, it can actually shut it all off. And then all other white goods, as you called it, all connected, which means I could really have coffee being made for me about 10 minutes before I walk into my house, ready and piping hot. Now, that's the dream, but I think that's the Philips dream as well as ours. Okay, so let's start off with Philips, who had this big technology demonstrator, a range of products from air purifiers to LED to ultrasound machines, and all of which in new avatars.
Healthcare in a connected world is a market that is yet to be fully tapped. Philips took a step towards that market by announcing some interesting products at a recent event. Let's take a look at some of the products. Vizik is a compact ultrasound device that is portable and can be taken to wherever care is needed. Vizik features familiar touchscreen controls that are comfortable to use for anyone who has used a smartphone before. It can scan continuously for 2.5 hours on a single charge. It allows you to capture high-quality images, take measurements, and features built-in Wi-Fi to help transfer the data. The Mobile Obstetrical Monitoring System, or MOM, is a prototype mobile application that can be used by midwives to collect data from physical examinations and tests at local nursing clinics. The data can be sent to obstetricians or gynecologists anywhere who can monitor the data and warn the expectant mother in case of complications. Another interesting product that was showcased was a pocket-sized ECG machine that was shown off. Meant to cater to people with immediate need of diagnostics, the machine is based on simple touchscreen operation that can quickly collect and send data to doctors to provide quick treatment. What is interesting with both the ECG and Vizik is the fact that Philips has vowed to open up their devices to app developers to build an app ecosystem. Next up for air purifiers. The air purifiers feature a unique filtration system that helps detect and remove impurities and improve the quality of air indoors. The purifier uses a light-based detection system that lets you know when the air is clean. Philips launched 3 variants of the device at the event. We also spoke with Jeron Tas, CEO Informatics Solutions and Services, Royal Philips Healthcare, and asked him about the new technologies and what Philips hopes to achieve with these.
So we see a big change happening in the healthcare space. Technology will allow us to bring health much closer to where the people are, which is really an issue here in India, where access to healthcare is one of the big issues. So what you see is using mobile technology connected through telehealth capabilities, where somebody in a hospital, which may be hundreds of miles away from the village, actually interprets the data, which can be vital signs, which can be an image, and sends back a treatment plan. And the more we know about those patients, the better that plan can be.
The last product to close out the event was the interesting DC current-based solar grid that creates an efficient link between a renewable source of energy and a power-efficient LED luminaire that demand less energy and produce the same light output as a standard light source. The lighting-based solutions also expanded to new Ethernet-connected LED lights that can be controlled using an iPhone app or can be used to deliver information at a relevant time.
Clearly, Philips, of course, not the only ones doing this. Just about every major company is doing it, and Haier was also there as a contender. Among other things, they had a air conditioner that you could connect up and hook it up. It's called iCool. How cool is that? Well, the use of the letter I, how cool is that? Rajiv?
How cool is that? Is that supposed to be a word play, meaning air conditioners, and how cool is that? It's very cool, but almost goes back again to that same thing, that you can't have devices anymore in isolation. Each must be able to talk to the environment around it, be connected to you wherever you are, and work and function at any given time when you want it. And I think that's the cool part.